Today's Frugal Way thoughts are on these various power stations that you can buy. Um, we have two of them that we use quite a bit. We have the Jackery, it's 1,000 watt, and we have a Blue Eddy, which is also 1,000 watt. And we got them at a good price, and we use them constantly. So they're they're a good price. They're a good buy for what it is. And the the Blue Eddy is perhaps a little bit better in terms of it has an induction charger on the top of it, and the Jackery doesn't. But that's just a minor. That's a minor thing, as far as delivering power to keep your things running, keep your lights on, your fan running, keep cook your uh, dinner, boil your water. They all work fine. We use ours here to run our TV at night and our lights. We keep them on, and we found out that it uses around 400 or 500 watts. We can get 2 whole days out of each unit. And in my house, I've set up my own solar system. There's all different kinds of ways to do it. I set up a 10 battery, 24-volt lithium iron phosphate system, and I use 30 solar panels. And for me, that produces plenty of power. We run our refrigerator, our freezer, we run our TV, most of the lights, the fans. They all can work beautifully on that system, and it's never come close to being empty. And when we go camping, we don't take any of that stuff, but we take these small portable power stations. Now, the whole idea of the thought on the day on these power stations is, I think most people should consider buying one of these power stations. To build a home system is a lot of work. You have to really know a little bit about electronics. You have to buy the solar panels. You have to figure out where you're going to put them up. Then you've got to figure out what kind of wires you're going to run, because there's a lot of current at those voltages that the solar panels work at. Then you got to get all that power into a power controller for the batteries, because you can't just drop that on the batteries. Now that's more expense, more time. You got to figure out how many amps you can put through that controller to charge those batteries. In my system here, I use 2 different controllers. I use a whole bunch of wires because I found my weakest link in my system was the wires. My panels can deliver more power, more amperage than the wires can handle. So I had to keep everything under 30 amps. I kind of favor 25 amps in the wire. And once my wire reaches that point, I put another wire in so that I don't have to worry about it. And we've never run out of power. And I use a 24. I put 2 batteries in series, and then I put them all in parallel. I got 8 batteries, and it gives me 10,000 watts. It works beautiful. You should, if you got a home or a small home, that's something to consider. Other than that, these little portable power stations, they're great, and I'll tell you why. They portable. You can take them camping. If you have a hurricane comes through, like here in Florida, you can keep your lights on. You can keep your cell phone charged. Everything will be fine that way. You can charge them up with a solar panel, or you can plug them in the wall, or you can plug them into your car. There's a lot of ways of charging them. But here's the best thing, is you don't have to think about it. The controller is built into it. The AC charger is built into it. The 12-volt charger circuitry from your car is built into it. The AC, when you plug it in the wall, the AC inverter or converter for the power to charge the batteries, built into it. So all that charging stuff is built into it. If you plug solar panels into the portable power station, it has its own solar power controller, solar panel power controller. You don't even have to think about that. It's all inclusive. Then the inverters, the sine wave inverters, just like you would get with your power station when you plug your house into anything that, your grid. It's 60 hertz, 120 volts. It works beautiful. There's no reason to not have one of these things because it's simple and there's no work involved with it. The idea of having everything simply in one unit, one place, and you don't have to go out and worry about the controller, the charge controller, whether or not the adapters are going to work. Is the solar panel going to plug in? Do you have to have a special controller? It's all built in. And then there's a panel on the front, and that panel will tell you what power level your battery is at, how much power is coming into the unit, how long it's going to take to charge the unit. And then when you plug something into that small portable power station, it'll tell you how much power is being used and how long it can use it. The Jackery is very good for that. You plug in a light, it'll tell you it's using 15 watts, and it'll run the light for 32 hours, whatever it is. It'll calculate it out and tell you. If you plug something big in, it'll tell you only got 3 hours. You plug your cell phone in, it'll say, okay, you got 4 days. The Blue Eddy doesn't do that, but you can look at it and you can know where you're at and you can figure it out pretty quick and easy. So in your home, if you have some knowledge, some skill level with electricity, you can put in a system. They have all different systems. 12 volts, I don't like it because you got to use fat wires because you got high current, and I just don't like that system. The 48 volt system is what most people use. It's a better system overall, but for me, I went with 24 volts because it was just easier to manage for what I'm doing. My needs are small. As we get more into the frugal way of living, we don't have a lot of things that we need to power up. We keep it simple, and 24 volt system works for us. So that's what I wanted to say. Thought for the day. Really give a thought and consideration to a 1,000-watt power station because it adds a lot to you being able to do things independently. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.